Hello everyone. In this video, let us study something about null space. The given matrix can be reduced into either echelon form U or a row reduced form R. This is possible because of the following three theorems. First theorem says that whatever elementary row operations we are going to do it on the given matrix will not change the row space of a matrix. Theorem number 2 says that if a given matrix is reduced to the row echelon form, then we can get the rank of a given matrix. The rank of a matrix is always equal to the number of non-zero rows in its row echelon form. And it also can give some insight into the dependency of the vectors in the matrix. Third one says that the rank of a matrix A is when it is added to the nullity of the matrix A, we are going to get the total number of columns of the given matrix A. Now we'll try to find the rank of a given matrix by reducing it to row echelon form. I have taken an example of a 3 by 4 matrix whose rank needs to be found out by reducing it to row echelon form. Now first thing what I need to do is some row operation, that is here I need to make 2 0, and this in order to make this 2 0 I need to do the operation R2 is equal to R2 plus 2R1. This is R2, this is R1, this is R3. So I make this 0, 0, 0, 4. By doing the operations R3 is equal to R3 plus R1, I get the last row as 0, 0, 0, 1. Now next is this element 4 needs to be made 0. That can be done by writing the equations as, by doing the row operations as R2 is equal to R2 minus 4R3. So that will give me the second row as 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, in order to make this as positive, I have to multiply the first row with minus 1, so that I get the first row as 1, 0, 1 minus 2. Then I have interchanged the row 2 with row 3. We can observe here the matrix is reduced to the form 1 0 1 minus 2 0 0 1 0 0 0. Now the last row has become redundant, so the rank of a matrix is always equal to the number of non-zero rows. In this case it is 2. Out of the 3, the last row has become redundant. So therefore, the rank of a matrix can be defined as 2. Now, there are two vectors, two rows with entries, and these two row values are called as row space vectors, basis for row space of A. And the vectors are 1, 0, 1 minus 2, that is the first row element. Second one is 0, 0, 0, 1, that's the second row element. They form the basis for row space of A. And we can write the equation. We can take the 4 variables. There are 4 columns. We can take the 4 variables as A, B, C, D. When we multiply, we get the two equations. First equation is A plus C minus 2D equal to 0. So we can reduce it to the form A equal to 2D minus C, and B is equal to, in this case B is equal to 0. Further I can write this as A, B, C, D is equal to 2D minus C, 0, C, D. That is equal to C multiplied by minus 1, 0, 1, 0. plus C, which is 2, 0, 0, 1. Even we can observe here, this column is not existent. So therefore, I can take only 3 variables and I can proceed it. And as the D value is 0, so we can say that this is equal to A is equal to minus C. So I can write that ABCD is equal to C minus 1, 0, 1, 0. And if I remove A, B, then I can even write this as minus 1, 1, 0 as the answer. In linear algebra, very often we make use of the word called as kernel. It is also known by the name null spaces, and null spaces is a set of vectors in the domain of the mapping which maps to the zero vector. Let us try to understand what is meant by this null space. Let us consider A to be a m cross n real matrix. Then the n of A, null space of A, is defined as all values of x belonging to n-dimensional space, that is x1, x2, x3, so on, up to xn are belonging to n-dimensional space. A to x should be always equal to 0. With an example, we try to understand what is meant by column space, null space, and rank. We have taken a set of equations, 3 sets of equations given by x1 plus 2, x2 plus 3, x3 plus 5, x4 equal to b1, 2x1 plus 4, x2 plus 8, x3 plus 12, x4 equal to b2, 3x1 plus 6, x2 plus 7, x3 plus 13, x4 equal to b3. We can write this in the matrix form. The matrix form is given by 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 8, 12, 3, 6, 7, 13 are the elements of the matrix multiplied by the variable x1, x2, x3, x4 will be equal to right hand side coefficients b1, b2, b3. Now we reduce this matrix into the echelon form. When we do any row operations on the left hand side, same operations will be done on the right hand side. That will give me the reduced form of the matrix is given by 1, 2, 3, 5, 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0. So the one row has become redundant. So I can say the rank of the given matrix is 2. And here the two pivotal elements are this one and this. Either I can choose this or I can choose this. So I have chosen column 1 and column 3 as, as, as pivot columns. This is the reduced matrix form, echelon form, and the variables are A, B, C, D. And here we can observe that one is a pivotal element. Either I can choose this as a pivotal element or this as a pivotal element. I have chosen here two pivotal elements, that is A and C. And then remaining variables are free variables, and there are two free variables. They are B and D. Now rank of a matrix we have seen earlier, it is 2. Let me write the equation, that is 2C plus 2D equal to 0. That is as good as writing C plus D equal to 0, which gives us C is equal to minus D. And here the equation for the first row, when I multiply with the variable A, B, C, D, I am going to get A plus 2B plus 3C plus 5D is equal to 0, which gives me A equal to minus 2B minus 3C minus 5D. But from this I know that C equal to minus D. So I substitute here. I get this as minus 2B plus 3D minus 5D. That gives me minus 2B minus 2D. So using this, I will write the variables A, B, C, D in terms of free variables. So A is equal to minus 2B minus 2D. and the B is equal to B and C equal to minus D and D is equal to D. So that can be split up as B into minus 2, 1, 0, 0 plus D into minus 2, 0, minus 1, 1. So the null space when A is defined as span of these two vectors, that is minus 2, 1, 0, 0, minus 2, 0, minus 1, 1. These two vectors form the basis for null space, and the column space is corresponding to one pivotal element. Whatever we have in the original matrix, they become the column space.
Let us solve some problems under null space. First one, we need to find the null space of a given matrix A. It's a 3 by 3 matrix. The elements are 1, 2, 0, 2, 4, 0 and 3, 6, 1. This is corresponding to row 1, R1, R2 corresponds to row 2, R3 corresponds to row 3. We'll reduce this matrix into echelon form. We'll retain the first row as it is. Second row will be now R2 equal to R2 minus 2R1. Our intention is to make this element 0. I can make this element 0 by multiplying this element by 2 and subtracting it from this. So I have this as 0, this as 0, this as 0. Similarly, I have to make this element 0. So I need to do R3 is equal to R3 minus 3 times R1. So I have this as 0. 3 into 2, 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. This is 1. Now, if I multiply this with 3 variables, say x1, x2, x3, here we have two pivotal elements. Corresponding to these pivotal elements, we have pivotal variables x1 and x3. So I can write here number of pivotal variables is 2. It is x1, x3. Number of free variable, the left out variable is 1, that is x2. Rank of this matrix, here you can see that this row is redundant. So we are left with only 2 rows. So therefore rank of this matrix is 2. Nullity is equal to number of free variables in this case it is 1. Therefore number of columns, this is the verification we can do, is always equal to nullity plus rank. That is 1 plus 2, 3. There are 3 columns. We can multiply this matrix with the variables x1, x2, x3. we will get the equations as x1 plus 2x2 equal to 0, which gives us x1 is equal to minus 2x2. x3 is 0. So x1, x2, x3, and the free variable is x2. Here it is minus 2, and x2 multiplied by 1 will give me x2, by 0 will give me x3. So for n of A, it's a spanning the basis vector minus 2, 1, 0. This is the answer. We'll try to solve the second problem under null space. We have been given the matrix A. It's a 4 by 4 matrix. 1, minus 2, 2, 4, 2, minus 4, 5, 9, 3, minus 6, 8, 14, 5, minus 10, 12, 22. There are 4 rows, R1, R2, R3, R4. We'll reduce this matrix A to the echelon form. We'll retain the first row, 1, minus 2, 2, 4. We'll do the manipulation in the second row such that this element becomes 0. So I can do that by R2 is equal to R2 minus 2 times R1. So this becomes 0. This also is 0. This is 1. This is 1. Similarly, R3 is equal to R3 minus 3R1. Our intention is to make this element 0. So 0, 0, 2, 2. R4 is equal to R4 minus 5 times R1. So intention is to make this element 0. So we have 0, 0, 2, 2. Further, we'll retain the first row and the second row as it is. 1, minus 2, 2, 4, 0, 0, 1, 1. Now the third row, R3 is equal to R3 minus 2R1, R2. So I get this as 0, 0, 0, 0. R4 is equal to R4 minus 2 times R2. So this also becomes 0, 0, 0, 0. So therefore you can see here the two rows have become redundant. So rank of this matrix is 2, and if I multiply this matrix by x1, x2, x3, x4, I am going to multiply this matrix with x1, x2, x3, x4. I am going to get two equations corresponding to row 1 and row 2. We have here two pivotal elements, one here, the second one. Either I can choose this or I can choose this. I have chosen this. Here, corresponding to this pivotal element, I have the variable x1. Corresponding to this, I have the variable x3. So I can write here rank of the matrix is equal to 2. Number of pivotal variable is equal to 2, x1 and x3. Number of free variable is also 2. It is x2, x4. Nullity of the matrix is same as number of free variables. That is equal to 2. Number of columns of the matrix is always equal to nullity plus rank. That is 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Now let me write the equations corresponding to the reduced matrix. So I can write this as x1 minus 2x2 plus 2x3 plus 4x1. x4 equal to 0. Second equation is x3 plus x4 equal to 0. I have to write in such a way that pivotal variables will be equal to some constants multiplied by the free variables. So x3 is equal to minus x4 and x1 is equal to 2x2 plus 2x3 minus 2x3 plus minus 4x4. So I get this as 2x2 plus 2x4 minus 4x4. So this gives me 2x2 minus 2x4. Let me put it as x1, x2, x3, x4. The free variables are x2 and x4. So x1 is equal to 2 times x2 minus 2 times x4. x2 this is 1, 0 and x3 is minus x4. x4 here it is 1. So I can write n of A is span of two basis vectors corresponding to the free variables x2 and x4. So I have 2, 1, 0, 0 minus 2, 0 minus 1 and 1. This is the solution. We'll try to find the nullity of the given matrix A. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 2 by 4 matrix. Let us call this as R1, this row as R2. We'll reduce this to echelon form. We'll retain the first row as it is. Second row is R2 is equal to R2 minus 2R1. So this becomes 0, 1, 2, 3. In this case, we can observe here both the rows are present after reduction. Therefore, rank of this particular matrix is 2. So, I can write here rank of the matrix is equal to 2. Now, I can choose, this is my pivotal element, and among these three I can choose any one as a pivotal element. Let me choose this as a pivotal element. Let me multiply this by x1, x2, x3, x4. Corresponding to this I have x1, corresponding to this I have x2. So, number of pivot variables is equal to 2, x1, x2. Number of free variables, remaining variables are free variables, 2, that is x3, x4. Nullity is equal to number of free variables, so it is equal to 2, and number of columns is equal to rank plus nullity. That is equal to 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Now, let me multiply this matrix with the variables x1, x2, x3, x4 and try to get the equations. The equations are x1, x2, x3, x4 is equal to 0. It is x2 plus 2x3 plus 3x4 is equal to 0. So, I can write this as x2 is a pivotal variable. It is in terms of free variable I need to write. So, I get this as x2 equal to minus 2x3 minus 3x4. So, x1 is equal to minus x2 minus x3 minus x4, whereas minus x2 I can write it as minus 2x3 minus 3x4 minus x3 minus x4, that gives me 2x3 plus 3x4 minus x3 minus x4, that is x3 plus 2x4. Now, x1, x2, x3, x4 is equal to, the free variables are x3 plus x4 multiplied by this column. Here x1 is equal to 1 into x3, 2 into x4, and x2 is equal to minus 2x3 minus 3x4. x3 is 1 and x4 is 1. So, I can write this as n of A is equal to, there are two basis vectors corresponding to x1, x3 and x4. 1 minus 2, 1, 0, and the other one is 2 minus 3, 0, 1. This is the solution.
Thank you. In the next video, let us see something about linear independence.